Single Family Programs FHA Office of Business Development, and it's been really great to have Roxanne in our office because she really focuses on the industry side of our single family programs. And you know, one of the things in our business, and this may be true, this was true at local government too, is we all get sort of siloed and specialized, and there's not a lot of cross conversation about our business, and so that's really been helpful to have Roxanne in our office to hear from, you know, the industry side of it or from headquarters side of it in terms of the financing piece, the mortgages. And we're getting a lot of complaints, you know, about people trying to get into home ownership and having difficulty getting the mortgages and the products that they're looking for. And so it's been helpful, and the industry's always complaining to us anyway too. So we try to change those complaints into action items and catalysts for win-win for everybody. But I asked Roxanne to come and join us today and represent the clients. So thank you for the opportunity, Federal Reserve Bank and of San Francisco and EARN. Wonderful to meet with you as well, and Visionaries. So thank you all for your hosting and for your work setting up today. So,
thank you. All right. So before I go on again, I would like to take a moment and introduce Camille with EARN. Her and Shemena and Javier, they're my partners in crime on this, and I'm go ahead and let Camille introduce the rest of them before I go on with my remarks.
So first of all, I just want to welcome you all here. Just absolutely thrilled that you decided to take your lunch hour and spend that with us. I think we're going to have a very stimulating discussion. I really look forward to listening and really hearing your thoughts on our housing policy strategy recommendations. But before I do that, so I'm the Vice President of EARN. EARN is a nonprofit based in San Francisco. We provide financial services to low-income people, and our flagship product is an individual development account. We have been around since 2001, and in that period we've helped over 3,000 families either invest in homes, post-secondary education, or small businesses. And this is part of our larger policy initiative, which is to try to get more local and rural voices involved in asset policy initiatives and legislative attempts in California. So with that, I wanted to introduce my Senior Policy Associate, Sunaina Chaudhry, and if you want to just say a few words and then pass it to Javier and then to Ileana.
Hi, thank you all for coming. This is really exciting for us to be here. I work on EARN's communication and advocacy efforts, so you might have or may start getting newsletters and email updates from me. So, and Javier Oliver is our policy intern.
Yeah, so I'm EARN's policy intern, and I assist with all the policy work, organizing events, anything that they need, and I just graduated from college. So.
My name is Ileana Montauk. I work in direct service at EARN, and I work with the clients we serve who are trying to buy homes or who are buying homes. And so I just came today to listen and find out what's going on.
EARN and the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco have a very interesting relationship, and I think you'll notice this as time goes on and you participate more and more in our events. You will find that we have some interesting partnerships throughout the state and the whole 12th District Federal Reserve System. Our goal, and for those of you who aren't that familiar with it, I am from the Community Development Department. I am the regional manager for the San Joaquin Valley. Initially it was the Central Valley, but I said let's stay narrow right now, stick with the San Joaquin Valley, and as time progresses and I become a little bit more versed on the Fed and my position itself, then we can expand it more to the Central Valley. But the San Joaquin Valley, as you all are aware, very well aware of, needs a lot of help. My position was created to do a lot of outreach and provide technical assistance and workshops similar to this to help bring about strategies and solutions to solve some of the issues that are plaguing the valley. Most recently, as I'm sure we all know, is that the housing crisis has really hit hard. We've been dealing with this for now about 3 years and running. It's not going to get better anytime soon. And so in light of that, today the goal for today, one of them, is to kind of think about what type of strategies and solutions we can implement moving forward so that we can avoid some of the mistakes that have happened over the last few years. What are the lessons that we need to learn from that and move forward on? We really want to be sure to increase the understanding of the housing policy landscape. What we're doing today is kind of a condensed version of what we had in Fresno last month in December. And this is kind of part of my learning curve. Coming to the Fed, I thought, San Joaquin Valley, that we're going to bring everybody together. We're going to have people from Stockton down to Bakersfield meeting together, really coming together as a region and trying to figure out what we could do. Everybody else looks at the San Joaquin Valley as the 8-county region, and it's when you talk about San Joaquin Valley, what happens in Stockton is also happening in Fresno. Well, that's really not the case. Everybody is have your own little communities, your own set of agendas, and trying to get those mix and match and kind of be on the same page is very challenging. But maybe as time moves on, we'll be able to develop that. In Fresno, we had a good turnout. We had a facilitated conversation with a professional facilitator there who came in and really started probing people to think outside the box. And you'll find those recommendations in your packet today, and we'll go over more of those. And again, those aren't like recommendations for you to consider adopting and moving forward. It's for you to look at today and say, okay, something's missing here. These are the strategies we would like you to also consider. What's going to end up happening, we're going to take all of this next month, February 10th, and we're going to have this valley-wide, going to attempt to do a valley-wide again, housing summit, and really look at the foreclosure crisis and take these strategies and see what can